hey, I'm supposed to make the intro now, so good morning, or evening, or whatever. We're gonna review another Aggro Monarch versus Time Wizard deck duel. So let's get into it. This is a really monster heavy hand, but good for us because we have twin-headed behemoth. So basically whatever our opponent does, next turn we're gonna have a Monarch on the field, and then, well, good luck, sir.
Another route is to just, again, do nothing and try to attack his set with Blade Knight.
Yeah, so that's also an option, especially since we have skill drain. So if we are feeling ballsy and just set it now and then next turn attack into a set card, we can just basically say, well, this does nothing.
So yeah, he does set skill drain. It's okay because it does not lose to Breaker, as many other turn 1 cards do. And he goes for the Blade Knight play. Okay. So this looks good, we just continue. And unfortunately it's a lady. Oh, so he does not use effect, okay.
I mean, it's kind of an even trade, but yeah, lady probably has more worth than that.
I think that this guy is of course assuming that we are on standard aggro deck, so
yeah,
it's correct to just leave this wall here.
Blade Knight is a warrior, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so it could be like just a toolbox deck. And the value begins. Oh wait, it doesn't.
Oh.
I mean, that's still fine, honestly, unless it has book.
Yeah, we had this very good counter to this play.
Honestly, kind of lucky because our deck is mostly monsters and spells, but I mean, sometimes you gotta try it, right? Opponent's opener is pretty good too, so can't complain.
I'm thinking now what the play was. I think just summon and attack.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to overextend with a big monster.
Okay, so he does not even summon, so even more passive. But it's good to play tight. Okay, now it's not very. So,
although this trade only kind of, or this move, just okay, we're just almost dead. Yeah. So if it didn't have that call to Hana, it was just a big life point swing, but we could probably still come back from it easily.
Yeah,
we
can come back even from now.
Yeah. It's just a bit more tough because now he dealt more damage to us, I guess. Although, I don't know, maybe this wasn't even the right play from our opponent. Like, it seems like if they did just a bit more damage, it was worth it, but with 3000 life points, you can do a lot.
Yeah, I think he definitely should not have activated this call.
I mean, I can still see his reasoning because Skill Drain is such an awful card to play against if you're goat control, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, so
it's a bit risky, I guess.
Here they are talking about whether or not Lady activates under skill drain, and the correct ruling is that she does not activate. Okay, so he sets Metamorphosis, I guess. I don't think this is correct because one of the only outs to this are spell traps removal that are going to hit skill drain, but also heavy. So if he does heavy, we're just going to lose even more. Yeah, so now we can pressure. Leaving
okay, we're smartly doing the right attacks.
Yeah.
Opponent, I guess, wants to get rid of the Blade Knight.
I would let it go because this ring is more valuable. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
And we will still tribute summon for Testolas next turn. Yeah, of course. So this comes back, and now, yeah.
Well, I think, yeah, we can just spare one Testolas again, since we have so many, or okay, we can go with the Blade Knight. I think I would just summon one of them for the damage, because this skill drain's not going anywhere soon, and the Blade Knight is easily summonable, whereas if he clears our field somehow, we have 2 dead cards in our hand.
Yeah. If we had soul exchange already, maybe it's okay to spare those.
Yeah,
monsters.
definitely.
But, okay, so let's just check his hand to see, maybe.
Oh, that's tough.
Yep.
Just nothing.
Um,
Well, to be fair, maybe he could have just stalled a bit more with that book and nobleman, but it's still you're just setting monsters to be eaten, and that's that.
I'm thinking if there was a way to flip summon his fate, then use book to resolve it, but I don't think so
because he was just ran through. He would have just ran through the
attacks.
The magician of faith. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we discard here? I think that this soul exchange is pretty obvious.
Yeah. Maybe against, like, I don't know, Pac-Man it would have been better to keep, but not against Code Control.
So now again we are a bit in conflict here. Do we summon Sangan and do some free tempo, free damage, but then we make our Blade Knight dead for his set in the future. But I think he will have to summon Sangan here.
Yeah, we're pretty far behind at this point, so...
But I would not set Sakuretsu.
No.
Because we
not
don't want...
worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, how is he gonna get a Parshiv on the field? No way.
So this Sangan is doing 2000 already, combined with Duo it's 3, and we are almost halfway through. Setting Torrential is almost always correct, especially under... under Sangan it's almost always correct to set Torrential. It's impossible to read it, and... well, it's just Torrential. So, whoa, this is just great.
Perfect, yeah. And we don't use exchange because, well, why would you?
He set his fate. So I guess this tells us this is neither goat, neither battle trap.
So what could it be? Like a Book of Moon?
Probably book.
But
yeah,
then he would have probably just booked to save his...
No, I mean I would not recommend that. So,
although I guess he would have activated like a pot or something. Blind MST, okay, so I guess he's going for a big play. Yeah, he is.
Oh.
But he fucked up because he overextended, yeah. Although I guess you kind of have to at this point. You're not doing too hard with just a virus.
So now, just Blade Knight try to go for game, I think, with setting both of those.
You have to, well, one back row, but he doesn't know that, and one of them is actually pretty good.
So now we will see if this is Book of Moon or just a bluff.
Oh. It's Sakuret, okay.
So we see that he wanted to save his battle trap because he had this virus premature shot play in mind. So
I mean, I guess then it just sucks that he hit the wrong trap in the end.
Okay, this is good for us. We can try to go for game again, but
I mean, if you're going for game, you're going for game now before he draws even more back row. Okay, we're going for more value. I mean, that's honestly not that bad of a plan.
Okay, so actually it did not matter for us. Oh, yeah. So I definitely don't like this.
Yeah, this is kind of irresponsible. Yeah, 8,000 life points. There's no way he's gonna burst you for enough, and yeah, there's the point. Like, at the very least, summon it in attack and attack him.
Yeah, that would be 10,000 times better. No reason to set Serpent at all. And now we have 3 dead cards instead of just 2. And we don't have our Serpent. So you have to realize that with this deck, the only card to make Metamorphosis live is our Serpent and Scapegoats. We don't play any other level 1 monsters.
Or you can just meta your Monarchs, but that's like a heads up play.
So now, if we don't draw anything quick, this Asura is going to put in some big damage.
So, drawing... Okay, we drew a bigger beater than Asura, but otherwise we would have been in trouble even if we saved the Serpent, because basically you can't hit Asura with the 1000 Arts Restrict. So, like, the best you can do is just summon it and leave it there, and it blocks the attacks, but that's just leaving it exposed, and that's still not good. So what, we ate through a battle trap again, and now we're still pushing for a lot of damage. Okay, now he finally fires off the Scapegoat.
Yeah, this Asura, very nasty. I had games against Nick where just the player who got Asura and the other player couldn't answer it, and it was over in 5 turns. Just pathological games like that happened. Okay, so now I guess we are going to minus again with this behemoth because we can't trade. So he decided to not trade a token for 700 damage, which I think he should actually do.
Probably he was looking at the graveyard of his opponent and noticing nothing. There's no dark in the grave. So if he had BLS, although I guess it doesn't matter because 3000 damage is going through either way. Yeah, so there's just no reason to put it in defense, actually. You might wanna just Nobleman Heavy at this point, because when are you gonna get a better Heavy? And yeah, you are losing a Soul Exchange, which could be good in the future, but I think at this point we just wanna play for now.
The sad thing is that we don't want to actually use Nobleman because we would rather just go with Blade Knight, but we have it set, so
it's kind of a waste either way, but I mean...
Okay, so he tries to punch to the back rows. It does not go through. This could be bad for us. Especially because again he has Asura, this is probably Magician of Fate or some kind of other flip. But I mean, we can knock it, so... My bad.
Okay, it was Morphin Jar. That would have been pretty good for us, actually.
Oh, finally some out to Asura. So he sets 2 just to not to
fade a Dust Tornado, basically.
So he top decked something and set it.
Okay, now it's time for payback.
Yeah.
Do you still knock this? I think you kind of want to. Maybe.
Yeah, you first summon attack tokens and then knock, just to play around Torrential. Oh, well. You still have to knock in the main phase 2 just because you hide some information in your opponent during the battle phase if you do it in this order that I'm suggesting. Because now your opponent knows that he will not resolve fate and he can respond appropriately. Whereas if we waited in the main phase 2 for knock, he would maybe let these attacks go through because he wanted to ask to attack fate or something like that. Yeah, but nothing happens, so we're respecting his Asura again, and finally Breaker now. Okay, so I guess this is game with.
Yeah, this is definitely enough. Like, he'd have to have something along the lines of Trap Dust Shoot.
No, Scapegoat would also be good for 1 turn.
Yeah.
Says a guy who did 3 attacks with Asura.
These games were really close, so I don't know what he's on about. I think the only sad thing for our opponent was that he didn't get a Dark in the Graveyard. I think the whole game. I think. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. So even if you top deck the game-winning card BLS, there's just nothing to do with it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just this mistake with Serpent was just very.
I mean, imagine just having it for so many turns if you just didn't set it.
One thing you can do that I don't see many people doing is you can make 1,000 ties on empty board just to not get attacked with Asura all the time. Okay, so I guess we said everything that we wanted to. Everything. So this is it for this game. Thanks for watching. See you next time.